Okay, so welcome to the ninth part of my little video series, and this part I'm just going to be a little, I think, sort of bitty really. I've done the bed as I've shown you in the, if you watch the previous one, so now I just want to update you stuff as I go along. So first things first, I was going to show you what I did last night, or yesterday evening to be more precise, and it only took me the evening, in fact probably a couple of hours. So turn this round. There, you'll be able to see I've made the back of the bed there. So I've put a frame at the back and attached the panelling to that. Down the corners there, you might be able to see I've got a couple of strips because of the bend in the bodywork. It was difficult, or I could have cut every piece by hand precisely, but I've run a bit of beading down there to fill in the gaps, and it looks good. It's solid without being rock solid. If I run against it and jump at it, I'm sure it'll collapse, but I'm not planning on doing that. It's only the bed head, and it adds a bit of bulk. I'm going to show you now what's behind it. Come have a look. So there's the frame behind it, as you can see. Basically I've run a couple of pillars up. They're 150 centimetres, 1.5 metre tall posts, and put that bodywork, the horizontal bars across to give it some steadiness. This piece here, excuse me, this piece here, it's up against there quite tight, just to on both sides there, to add some rigidity to it. I'm also finally going to run then right across the back of it here some kind of maybe a net or something, which I know it sounds a bit oiky, but it's quite an idea I've had, that that our washing and that, if we're away for a few days, because just for a storage thing, we chuck the washing over here and it'll land on a net, on a net which will be here, and then from there we can put it. It'll just go into the washing. So that's the idea. So I'll show you that when I've done it. So it's a couple of days on from when I last filmed that. As you can see, it's daylight now. It's a Sunday. And I've had a thought on what you've just seen about putting extra stability in along here. I had a look at it and it wasn't easy, it didn't look easy to do, so maybe it's easy, maybe it's not. But what I'm going to do, I think this is solid enough, and I'm going to go and take it the van out now on what somebody at work termed a rattle test, to see if it all falls apart. There's a lot of wood in there, as you know. I've put a lot in there, attached a lot on there. So I've took out everything that's going to roll around, and let's see what rattles and what doesn't. So hopefully that will be fine. I won't need to put anything in, but we'll see how it goes. That's options available. I'm also just going to give you a quick, because I've just tidied inside. My wife's doing some painting, which I'll show you. So I've hoovered up, got rid of all the sawdust, because that was causing a problem with a bit of painting. And let me show you what we're doing now. Okay, so as you can see, it's pretty much tidy inside. The bed's in. I've put the slats across. Probably be taking them up again, but just for my rattle test to make sure that's all okay. We've done one coat of paint on here. I'm going to put 3 or 4 coats of paint on there. That's about it really. And then I've got wood and the rest of it to start my units. I'm just waiting. We're painting that before I put the sort of kitchen type sink setup on there. The other thing I've done is I finished all these. Got a bit of wood a day or two ago, yesterday actually, and finished those. So we've got, if you can see down there, we've got the strips of wood right the way down there, which generally cover up the screws. So a few places where I've had to be a bit dodgy. Here, for example, because I was forced to do that because the bodywork comes out there. There's a lip because of the sliding door. So hopefully it won't look too bad. Well, it's going to look like it looks, but hopefully that's not too bad. If it really starts to get on my nerves, I'll cover it up with something. Yeah, that's where we're at the moment. We're going to do the rattle test. Wish me luck. Oh, one quick thing about the rattle test. I didn't want any of you panicking if you've seen the previous videos. I've took it out. I have took it out this time. Lesson learned. So we're out on the bump test, and the only bit of rattling I can hear is the, I think that's the bed slats in the back on the bed. Probably actually wasn't that wise a decision to put them in. Hang on a second, I've got to concentrate. I'm not very good at driving this.
But yeah, it seems okay. So we're going to go and the point of this trip is to test the rattle, and we're going to go and put some air in the tyres as well, because they do seem to deflate a bit when I sat down. But I know where there's a few speed bumps and a curb there. I know where there's some speed bumps, so we're going to run over there. So I'll let you know how I got on. We'll have a look in the back afterwards.
I'm back on the drive and it's all in one piece. Good news. So happy days. Inside the cab, or inside the, don't know, what do you call this bit? Inside. All in one piece. Nothing's fallen down. I went over road humps, road bumps, roundabout. Everything's okay. Which just goes to show I'm not as daft as I thought I was. So it's another quick update here. I did say the updates were going to come thick and fast. The painting has been finished. Obviously I'm not sure you can fully appreciate it, but that is on. So we've got two, because that was 12mm, that is 12mm plywood. So we've got two coats of two white undercoats on there, and two layers of paint. I think I like it. My wife's not sure about the colour. I think I quite like it, but you know, worst comes to the worst, it can always be removed or painted over. The job we've just done now, I've just been doing this evening, is putting the wax on. So I bought two of these Brie wax, the next behind there. This is the clear, it comes in dozens of colours. I'm not sure whether it was the best thing to use, but I went online, did possibly what you're doing, and did a bit of YouTubing and had a look around, and a couple of people used it, read about it. Seemed like a good idea. I sort of thought that I'd need to put 2 or 3 coats on. I bought two of these. They are, I think they were £9.50 each, near enough. I bought it from, if you're in the UK, I bought it from Toolstation, and quite a good price, £9.50. I bought 2 of them, and I've just, you can see in there, it's near enough empty, and I've done 1 coat, if that's the right word, of wax. I'm not sure whether I need to put another one on or not really. I'm really not sure. But I've done all the wood, all the wood that will be exposed. I haven't done obviously under the bed and the I've done here as far as here. This bit here, this bit will be under the mattress, so that's not done. But yeah, completed it all. It's quite cold this evening. It's the last day of January. I've had to have the door open, and I've had the side door open. I've just shut it as I was about to film this. I didn't want to make a fool of myself in front of the neighbours, but I thought I was going to get a bit, I felt like a drug addict. So I'm not sure whether you can overdose on wax or not, but it was a bit heady in here, so I've had all the doors open. So there's my tip for this one. If you're going to use pre-wax, make sure you're pretty well ventilated. Yeah, so I think probably 1 coat's enough. If it needs another coat, I'm guessing I won't be doing it. I'll ask my wife to do it, because I don't think I can be bothered. I think 1 coat's going to be sufficient. We can always put 1 later on. Look at that, listen to that. Yeah, it's a bit squeaky, you can hear it. So the next job, I've got it down here. Can you see that? Hang on. Oh, I went yesterday to IKEA and bought a sink. The reason I went to IKEA was that in their waste price is a really tame reason, but I wanted a sink like that. They're all about the same price. I could have got one in B&Q here. I bought that one out of IKEA. It was 35 quid. I think they were 35 quid or 40 quid, maybe. I think they were 40 quid in B&Q. But the advantage of this one is that the waste pipe, if you can see it there, and I'll show you when I actually do it, is a bendy one. It's a bendy hose, so it'll fit, be able to direct it easier into the waste canisters underneath. So that's the reason I drove all the way to IKEA. But yeah, so that's it really. We're all waxed up in here. It's Wednesday tonight. I go out on a Thursday always, so I shan't be about. Friday, doubt I'll do anything. I've got nothing to do all weekend. So Saturday, I'm going to make the unit. Obviously, the paint will be nice and dry then. I'm going to put the unit in here with the sink in, cooker on top. Job's a good one.